Hello everyone, Will the Outlaw here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Legacy Cybertron Universe Hotshot. The new Legacy Cybertron line gets some Autobot representation with this figure that is probably one of my favorite homages to the original version. This character is a very odd throwback for me. I remember grabbing the repaint Excellion, slowly on his similarity to the G1 Hot Rod. Now, imagine my surprise when I actually saw the show and learned this guy was the original character. Either way, this design has always been one of my favorites. Taking a look at the figure itself, and I am just hopelessly enthralled by the full presentation of this guy. The coloring is just eye-grabbing. I don't know what this color is called, but it looks amazing on this mold. The paint apps are expertly picked out with the reds, yellows, and silvers perfectly complementing the main color palette. The proportions of the figure are kind of weird though. The arms, shoulders, and legs seem a little too big and bulky for the pretty thin torso. One thing that kind of helps is the fact that the arm kibble can be removed. That makes the proportions a little better, but now you have extra bits that don't go anywhere. So it's probably better you just leave them on. I mean, it is part of the character design anyway. The head sculpt is nice enough, I guess. It's not as detailed as the other figures in the line, but the coloring is pretty good. The facial design might be a little too serious for the character that I remember from the show. I could be wrong though. Comparing him to the original mold, and I am pretty surprised to see how well he sizes up with it. While he isn't as bulky as the original, he still stands almost as tall. I remember the first time seeing this guy in photos and wondering how he can look so much like the original version and stand up to modern articulation standards. And I'm not disappointed. Ball jointed head, shoulders that go up and down. The in and out movement is a little hindered by the bulk. Bicep swivel, 90 elbows, wrist swivel, waist swivel, legs that go forward, back, in and out, thigh cut, 90 knees, and feet with an ankle tilt. As much as I love this design, the articulation update makes me love this guy even more. It's such a great nostalgic head trip playing with this toy, replaying scenes that I saw all those years ago weekday mornings, while I was getting ready for work. Yeah, I'm old. Hotshot's accessories are also a nostalgic trip. He comes with this gun, which is a direct homage to the original, sans the firing rocket gimmick. I think this is my only real grievance with this set. The gun is molded in clear yellow plastic with some silver paint apps. It's small and hollow and feels really cheap. In the plus column though, it is Blast Effect compatible. He also comes with his Speed Planet Cyber Planet key. Just like Starscream's updated key, it's a perfect tiny reproduction. I love the fact that it's a perfect recreation of the original, right down to the gear and wire details. It really makes me wish they added a little paint to bring out those details, however. Continuing the nostalgia train that is Hotshot, the transformation is nicely updated here. It keeps the same major steps while adding some much needed modern sensibilities, such as hiding the head and changing the way the legs transform. The supercar mode we get is pretty spot on to the original show and figure. The colors and paint apps perfectly accentuate and highlight the awesome molding details. I especially love the details and coloring on the hood here. My only real complaint in vehicle mode, and accuse me of nitpicking all you want, is the rear piece. The original mold looked like the back of a car, complete with vent details in the feet. This one doesn't have any of that. It just looks like a bunch of pins and hinges. It's kind of a disappointment, but not a deal breaker. So in the original line, the planet keys, when combined with the robots, activate an action gimmick. When Hotshot summons his key, he sprouts wings that make him go faster, I guess? I don't know, I don't think I remember. This figure does the same thing, only the wings aren't spring-loaded. I understand why they don't, that's not really a thing Hasbro does anymore, but it would have been cool this one time. Maybe it's for the better, as removing the gimmick ensures the gimmick always works, unlike my original here that recently stopped working. I love supercar alt modes, and this one has always been one of my favorites. It's sleek, futuristic, and totally reminds me of one of my all-time favorite supercars, the Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor from the 1986 film The Wraith. Now that would be a great crossover. Get on it, Hasbro! All in all, Hotshot here has all the characteristics that has kept the Transformers brand alive. He has a great robot mode, a great vehicle mode, and it's just all around a fun figure. Not only that, but given his design is over 20 years old, it still holds up today. This guy still looks great with either his Cybertron family or on any other Legacy or Generation shelf. Bottom line, there are a few characters that are a perfect representation of what Transformers are, and Hotshot is one of them. It is a great action figure, nice simple transformation, and a super cool car mode. A great example of the total package. This is a definite pickup. Well, that was my look at Transformers Legacy Cybertron Hotshot. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all soon.
Laters!